AQR. 5.2 factorials. So in yesterday, we talked about this example problem yesterday. If we had how many ways can you select 5 students? Okay, period. You're selecting 5 students. It's the same way, or or you can say like organize 5 students. The students could be letters and the word and so forth. So the premise here is that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 selections that you have to make. Who's going to be the first one? Well, how many do you have? You have 5 times the counting principle. 4. I'm hearing you times 3 times 2 times 1. And when we do this, 5 times 3 times 2 times 1, we get 60. Okay. So there are 60 ways, and if I have 5 students, there are 60 ways in which the order at which I can organize them and pick them. Now, so there's 60 different ways you can be selected. So, for example, we have 5 students that are going to present today, or something like that. We said that, and we're not going to actually present. How many different ways can the presentations go? There can be 60 different ways that the presentation can go in terms of who goes first versus who's last, and the different orders. There's 60 different orders of the presentations, just with 5 students. So that's not too bad. Now, what happens though? What happens if there was 12 students? Well, if we did that, it's going to be 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times the 1 for each of the spots. And if I go to my calculator and I do that, times 11 times 10 and 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. I get this gigantic number right here that is written in scientific notation. So we get, it says 6.2509788 times 10 to the 10th. Now, this is what is known as scientific notation. So just as a reminder of how to turn this into scientific notation, this number right here tells me how many times I need to move the decimal over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the calculator just doesn't actually go all the numbers. There's, it's rounding the answer. So my real number is 625097088. And I know it doesn't show it, but it takes really 2 more zeros because it needed to move 2 more times. I'll put 2 imaginary zeros right there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is, of course, technically rounded, but this is how I would rewrite that number over. So it's 10 times. Move decimal 10 times. Okay, so there's that part. So as you can see, yeah, and as you can see though, that's a lot of numbers to write. That's kind of boring. I don't want to write that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I have to type it into my calculator. 10 times 9, or 10 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 11. Ugh. So there is an operation, the factorial operation, which is written as an exclamation point. And it means to multiply down by, it means to multiply the descending numbers to 1. So 5 factorial means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And that's the shortcut at writing the factorial, writing these numbers down so that you do not have to keep writing all of these numbers times. You say, oh, I get to multiply 5 all the way to 1, 12 all the way to 1. So I'm just going to write 12 factorial rather than writing on my paper 12 times 10, 11 times, writing all of those numbers. Okay?
So for the example you had up top.
We can simply write this as 12 factorial. Exclamation point. It's not 12! No, it's 12 factorial. Okay, so we read that in mathematics. It's not a screaming 12. It's 12 factorial. Okay, factorial.
And will that work like in there?
It'll work. You're primarily going to use you're going to be using Desmos, and graphing calculators do have it as well, but we're going to focus on utilizing it within Desmos, and Desmos has it under functions. Or in your keyboard, you can literally type in the exclamation point, and Desmos recognizes that as the factorial symbol. Okay? 11, 10, 9, 8. Oh, I am missed. See, and this is the other issue of writing factorial. My computer, I don't know, my finger slipped or something like that. Times 1. Oh, yeah. So let me fix this. All right. So it actually gave me the number in there.
So we're gonna fix the notes today, guys.
Yes.
Right here, when we make mistakes.
13 times there. I'm gonna change this to 13 factorial. I'm gonna change that to a 3. I'm gonna add the 13 in front. This is the better way to do it because I wanted to pick a number that was gonna give me. And 13 factorial, yeah, is going to give me. Yeah, right. So 6.22708, 6.22708, 227.
You want me to read them off for you?
0208. Got it. Times 10 to the 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6, 2, 2, 7, 0, 2, 0, 8, and then I add 2 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nope. So this answer is 6,200,000,000. Maybe I need to update this. And no, it does not. And there we go. Sorry about that part. All right, so stop it. I don't want that. Reducing factorials. Last part of our notes, and then we're done. All factorials can be written in terms of any smaller factorial. Okay? So, for example, 9 factorial is 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. However, I can see, for example, 9 factorial is 9 times 8 times, well, what is this that I just boxed? Which is what? It starts at and goes multiplies down to 1. It's 7 factorial. So we could say that this is the same thing as 9 times 8 times 7 factorial. I can also say, if I wanted to, right here, I can say this is 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 factorial. So at any point in time, I could stop a factorial in terms of expanding it in terms of a smaller factorial. Any of them. 9 times 8 factorial. 9 times 8 times 7 factorial. So you can write any factorial in terms of a smaller factorial. Does that make sense? Reduce the following. Now, I'm not telling you to evaluate it. 8 factorial over 4 factorial. Okay? So, what is 8 factorial? Can I write 8 factorial in terms of 4 factorial? The answer is yes. 8 factorial is the same thing as 8 times 4 what? 4 factorial. Now the reason why I'm stopping at 4 factorial is what's on the bottom? 4 factorial. And therefore, what happens to these 4 factorials? What happens to the 4 factorials? They cancel each other out. And so I got 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. And that's what I'm looking for you to do. Okay? So 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 is how I would look for, I want you to write the answers at the end. All right? So there's a homework question on that. There's a couple of homework questions. It just literally says type it into Desmos. The problems on the back of your homework that I'm about to hand out literally just say type this into Desmos so that you get practice typing it in and getting what those answers are with the factorials and the fractions. The ones on the front will tell you to write it out the long way versus using the factorial. And then you have one other problem that's going to ask you to reduce those factorials, and that's